Hello, hi, welcome. My name is Richard and I work at PLCnext Contact. And a while ago, I did a cool project for a customer. I thought that might be something for you guys. So why not do a nerdy session? Nerdy, I mean we will do a little bit of programming, crawling around in bash scripts and install Docker containers. But it's really cool and useful. And if you guys ever wanted to work with Node-RED or SQL MariaDB database, this is actually perfect for you because that's what we're going to do today. Just to show you a little thing here. So what we do is we create an app. Yeah, this is a really cool drawing where we add the N is for Node-RED, as you can see here, and S for SQL database, P for an old PLCnext program, a PLCnext program from us, and all this will run in one controller app. Yeah, so in one app. If this is not clear, you will see in a few seconds that it's really easy what I'm going to do. So I'll create an app. And some of you would say now, hey Richard, you already have apps. Node-RED is there, SQL is there. What are you doing? So yeah, we already have apps. We have an app store with apps, sure. What we don't have is an app which everything is combined. So I'll try to combine this. I'll try to make one app, and on the way to this, I'll show you how our apps are structured, how you can build your own apps, how we can add different stuff in this app, like an old PLCnext program you did yourself. You can add the PLCnext program into this app and deliver it to the customer, including the database and including Node-RED. Okay? That's what we're going to do. And we will start this really easy by downloading an existing app. We will use the ARM app because what I use is the AXCF2152 controller. And this is ARM based, as we all know. Hi, Future Richie here. I just finished up the video and found out that I forgot something really important. It's really important because I use the 8 GB, you can see that here better, 8 GB SD card from PLCnext Contact for the PLCnext controller. You will need this for two reasons, because first of all, there is not enough space on the controller itself for Docker containers. And all the path stuff we did, we changed the user path, as you remember, to /media/card/userdir. That's only available if you use an SD card. So yeah, please don't forget to use the SD card. I would recommend to have at least the 8 GB card for the controller. Thank you very much and have fun with the video. So we will download the MariaDB app and we will download the Node-RED ARM app. Let's see how they're built and what's in there. Might be interesting. What you can do is you can actually open these controllers with a zip manager. And when we extract them, what I already did here, you can see a few files in there. Let's check what's in there. We have some binary files. I'll come to that in a second. We'll have the images, the actual images for Podman Compose, or for Podman, which is in this case the Node-RED and the Podman Compose itself. We have volumes, so we pre-delivered the volumes we have to because we need to deliver flows for Node-RED here, for example, and that's actually what's in there. There are the Node-RED flows. We have an environment file where some environment variables are defined, which we use later on. And we have the app info.json file, which is quite interesting. The app info.json file is basically the descriptor or the description of the app. That will give us a name, an identifier, some version stuff, and it will give us some paths and what init script template we would use. That's the next file I'm coming to. The structure here is a given, so let's just use that one. It's also, I can provide some links later on how this can be expanded. Okay, And the last is, we have a Docker Compose file, sure. We need a Docker Compose file to create our Docker or Podman containers. As you can see here, we use a local image. Yes, we pre-delivered the image. We have some ports, we have a user, which is in the environment variables file, and a volume path. And then we have the init-script file. Init-script file is a little bit more complex. This will describe how we can start up the container. Startup is also used as installing the container and then starting, or stop the container. I will come to a few specialities with this file, but let's start from the beginning first. So, the MariaDB container has the same file structure. So we can open this one as well. And you can see it has the same file structure. I will extract that as well. SQL. Okay. So now what we do, since we want to create one app, we have to have the same file structure again, like this one, but we need to have both of our apps in there. Let's do that. That's basically, it's just merging. That's a really easy job. It's merging. What I did not mention before is the binary file. When you open your binary files, you see that they are empty script files. So you could use binary file here to do something after the installation, but we don't need to because everything is done in the init script, and we don't have any more work tasks to do. Okay, so this is empty, just so you know. I already prepared that a little bit, and I'll just go through it, try line by line, and show you the result here. So this is the merge. What I did here is simply I used one of the binary files. I used IoT Gateway Connector as the one with Node-RED. I just used one because it's an empty file. Images, I copied all the images. So I have here a MariaDB image, the Node-RED image, and one of those Podman Compose images. Because both of the containers provide Podman Compose image. We only need one. Sure. I will come to this folder in a second. It's a special one. I have the volume, so only, as you can see, SQL does not provide a volume container because with a database we don't need to pre-deliver any volume data. That's only with Node-RED where we want to deliver flows. Okay, so I combined the volume data, which is just Node-RED here. With the environment variables, it was a little bit more special. As you can see, I have a hard split here. I copied all the Node-RED environment files and all the MariaDB environment files. Just renamed them. So I added Node-RED or MariaDB in front of it. It's merging. You need to keep in mind that we actually changed these file names, these environment variable names. Okay. With the app info JSON, I created a new one with my own name, and that's the binary file here. I did not change, and I changed the identifier. It's really important that you change the identifier when you create your own app, because that's an identifier which is globally valid for the app, and so if you install two apps with the same identifier, you will have crashes in there. So use a unique identifier. If you create a PLCnext app for the App Store, you will get an identifier. Some version stuff here. So the folder I did not mention, this PCWE, it's this one. That's where the PLCnext app, so the actual PLC app running on the PLC, we can also include there. You add an engineer app here with the folder PCWE. In there is everything you need. How you get this data is really easy. I'll show you at the end because it's really just copy paste again. Good, so we've been to the app info.json. Now we need to create a Podman Compose file. It's a little bit tricky, because we copied, okay, I can show you, we copied the Node-RED, that's Node-RED, I guess, yeah, the Node-RED file. As you can see, that's simply all this stuff here. But what I added is a container name, I'll show you in a second why, and a network. Again, we have the MariaDB stuff with a container name and an including network, okay? And I added the network part for sure, because I need the network. This is a custom network for Docker or Podman. This custom network means that all the containers I added the network tag here connect to this custom network. If containers are connected to a custom network, they can communicate with each other over the name of the container. Okay, that means I can actually read and write data to the MariaDB from Node-RED with the IP address MariaDB. I don't need any IP addresses. That's really cool. So I really don't need to know what are my IP addresses, or I don't need to know what the controller has for an IP address at the moment, because some customers use DHCP, some customers have that. You don't need to know it, you just use MariaDB and it will find it itself inside the Docker network. Okay, it's really cool. Okay, and what else did I change? I needed to change all the variable names because we changed them in the environment variable names. Okay, all of those variable names had either MariaDB or Node-RED in front of it. As you can see here, I changed a little bit more. I added a dedicated port for Node-RED. We don't need that. That's just my internal stuff. Okay? Cool. So, next step.